Hello, this is Dave with Liberty Guys. I got you a neat little treaty today. I've come out here to the wood pile because that's where we need to take some people. We need to take them out to the wood pile and freaking straighten them out. Alright, it just came to me over the weekend. I guess you could say, how they say, you have an epiphany. I had an epiphany. I guess that's the word you use. I finally had someone explain to me how the Fed works with the banks and the U.S. government debt to where I could understand it. So I wanted to pass that along to you. It's freaking incredible. I wished I could get in on this somehow. Alright, here's the deal. Alright, the U.S. government is running in the red. They've been operating on red ink for a couple of decades on the easy side, maybe even longer, probably way longer. But here's the problem with it is they're running in the red. They need this money to operate. Well, they figure out that if you sell treasury bills or T-bills to the banks, then you can pull in private investor money from deposit holders in the banks and operate on that money and pay interest on these T-bills to the banks. Alright. Well, the banks buy up all these T-bills and are earning 4 or 5% interest on them. And turn around and they ain't got no money. Well, in the inevitable, that's the wrong word. In the, there's not even a word for it. The brilliance, I guess you could say sarcastically, of Ben Bernanke, he decides to lower the Fed's interest rate on loans to the banks to 0. Or basically, it's like 1/4% or it's 0. It's way down there. So the banks go, hey, there's room here to work. Let's call up the Fed and let's borrow $100 million. Let's turn right around and buy treasury bills from the government with it, and we'll clear 4.5% on a 5% note. And if they go to 0 at the Fed, it's all. We'll just take their money, loan it back to them, and make money off of it. Now do you see where the problem's coming in? They're screwed up. Yeah. Soak on that a while. See if you can think about that. The Fed prints the money, loans it to the banks, who turns around and buys U.S. government debt with it to earn interest on it, when they're not having to pay interest on the money they're borrowing from the Fed. Yeah, that's what we're dealing with. But now, if you don't think I'm right, look it up on the internet. Like I said in all the other videos, I highly recommend you do your own research and see if you come to the same conclusion I did. And if you have a differing point of view, post it down there below, and we'll talk about it. But yeah, that's just food for thought. The Fed loans money at 0. The banks buy T-bills that pay 5% from the same people that just borrowed the money from, basically. Even though the Federal Reserve ain't part of the government, it's printing the freaking money for the government. They're part of the government. So, like I said, just soak on that a while. See what you think about that. If that don't make your blood boil, because you realize that the money they're working with, once they've used up all the bank money, all that bank money, that was our money. Then they went to the Fed. Now they're monetizing debts, what they call it. That monetized debt, we're going to foot that bill. So enjoy. Something going on over there. I don't know what it is. There's a lot of action over on that part of the world. I guess I'll go look at it. But yeah, we need to bring some people to the wood pile. What do you think? This is Dave with Liberty Guys signing off.